Alright, time for a round 2 game this month. REV GP, playing against Sly, who is on, I haven't checked yet, so, let's see. They're on some sort of green-blue deck. Okay. Do I keep this? Cantrips, no answers. Or, no, I keep this, yeah. Turn 1 cantrip, turn 2 overrule will. Okay, these two guys are going to be, or no, this guy's not tapped because, okay, well, anyways, no reason to lose life if I don't need to, so I just end up turn Thought Scarra and hope to find stuff. Do they have a turn 1 play? I can't really stop their turn. Okay, they're just going to cantrip. That's good for me. Nothing happening now, so I can also just cantrip in a turn and not feel too bad about it. My opponent also has counter spells in their deck. They have a lot of counter spells actually. Okay, they're just going to hold the stargazing. Alright, Thought Scour. Land, that's not useful. Okay, so I need this overrule will to do a lot right now for me. I could just bring out frogs. What removal do they have? They don't really have removal on 3, right? Okay, no, they have a bounce spell on 3. That's all the removal they have. So like, if I run out frogs right now, it's actually pretty safe. Right, like that. This is their only answer to frogs on 3, or no, on 2, because they're still on 2 mana. Okay, yeah, then I definitely make this play. And then next turn I can Thought Scour over Rule Whale, so that's like 2 frog triggers. They're just going to keep digging. Now what does the backside of this guy do again? When it attacks, choose at random. You may exile. This thing doesn't counter. Yeah, this thing has to target, so frog is actually pretty anti-synergistic with Overrule Will. But I just drew a bunch of Thought Scour, so it doesn't matter. I'll attack first, and then I can keep up Overrule Will plus Thought Scour. And I'll need double blue this turn, so I'll do this and pass. So yeah, right now there's an unanswered frog. I don't think I ever tapped below 2 mana at this point. I need Overrule Will to actually hit stuff, so like, let's see what they play. I mean, they could also be holding their own Overrule Will. Like, they could just pass and do nothing, in which case they just Thought Scour, and then... Is there instant speed things that I need them to... that I have to overrule? They can Unravel Thoughts, or... Okay, that's still getting countered, right? Yeah, that definitely is getting countered. So, 1, 2, 3... What did I get? Not much. Okay, well, end of turn, Thought Scour. Get that trigger. Oh, Unravel Thought. That is a counter spell. And my opponent does have more cards in hand than I do. Did they take 1 from Frog? Alright. Sorry, creature planes. I can't flip Frog right now. Not that I really want to either. Because if I flip Frog, there's like a good chance. Oh, Discern. That's actually quite useful. Yeah, because that's something I can spend mana on. So next turn, they only have 2 mana counter spells, right? So Unravel Thoughts will be able to counter whatever they do. Or like if they play a 3-drop, Unravel Thoughts can counter it. If they play a 2-drop, then they could overrule Will in response. But I don't think 2-drops, there's too many 2-drops that matter right now against me. They'll play this untapped, swing, and then pass the turn. So, I mean, this is the ideal draw from my deck. Well, I mean, this is the ideal draw, assuming I don't draw any of my terrors, which is just to stick my Temple Threat and then have my opponent just has no answers for it. And I get to keep up counter spells and stuff. Okay, 4 mana. What can they do on 4 at instant speed? Unravel Thought, Overrule Will. If I tap down, they Overrule Will me. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I should just keep up Unravel Thoughts while I can. Or, I mean, they also have Unravel Thoughts. I don't want to, like, get my own guy unraveled. Or, I don't want to get unraveled if I can help it. Does this let me freecast the thing? I'm pretty sure freecasts, right? Yeah. Okay, so, like, I can probably flip it next turn. Although, no, this thing doesn't have any targets still. Okay, what else do they have at instant speed that they can do? They have this thing. When it enters... Okay. I get Primal Fisher. That's not useful. I can't afford to tap out. I don't think I can tap out for Discern here. Or I'm already really winning right now, so I don't think I need to do that. They could go up to 5 mana and then have Unravel Thoughts plus, or I mean, a 3-drop plus their 2 mana counter. Anyway, what does that do? Counter non-creature target destroy. Okay, yeah, that's whatever. Little Charm. That could actually do stuff. So this is fetching Mountain, right? I don't want to Discern right now. Yeah, okay, I'll just swing here, see if my opponent has anything. If they have like that creature, if they flash in a creature, I can Geist Blasters it, or it gives me a Geist Blaster target, which is really nice. And they just take. Okay. Yeah, I just pass. I guess like they can flash in something end of turn if they have anything. They can unravel thought my guy. Actually, if they spend their entire turn unraveling the ominous frogs, I'm pretty happy. Oh, they just don't do anything this turn. Huh. Okay, that's extremely good for me because they just wasted 4 mana on that turn. Okay, what does this do? Actually, I can just kill that, right? Yeah, I let that happen. I'll kill it end of turns. Like it gives me a target for stuff. Oh, yeah, I guess that happens. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so yeah, I can end up turn just Geist Blasters this thing, and then they can't transform it in response, which is good. If they try to transform it on their main phase, I just kill it in response. So like either ways, it works out really well for me. Okay, they're doing stuff. Are they just? They're actually just going for it? I mean, that certainly is the plan. Anyways, transform this guy. They're tapped out, so I guess I'll just take the turn to take this time to discern. Okay, drew another discern. That's whatever. A Cordelia's Ripper, finally. Anyways, I grab the mountain here so that I can get my untapped Glimmer Veil Lake. Oh, actually, I can just copy Cordelia's Ripper and they die, right? I mean, that thing definitely costs... That thing costs nothing right now. They're tapped out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they... doesn't give haste, but this guy has haste, natively, so... Yeah, okay, sure. GG, yeah. Alright, that went really well for me. Was the opponent just stuck on absolutely nothing that game? Maybe they were. I'm not sure. Okay, are they a graveyard deck? They're not really a graveyard deck, so I don't think I should bring in my Grave Hate. What does this do? 2 or less, what does it hit? A pretty good chunk of their deck, actually. Right? Yeah, Wraths aren't useful, Impromptu Exit is whatever. I'll just bring in 2 of these guys, and... No, they actually do get on board pretty quickly. I'll take out like 1 Strangle and, one Thistle Charm, because counter non-creature permanent spell doesn't actually do that much here. Actually, maybe I can like make this, sort of boarding decision. Yeah, sure, let's try this. So if they flutter me, that's... So like they have flutter, which is their Grave Hate of choice here. Is that I think that's their only Grave Hate, so they're just like digging for it. They have a single copy of it. I'll keep this hand, and then hopefully I draw a mountain, or I draw an untap land somehow. They're just playing a tap land on 1. That's fine. Or no, they're not. Seems like. Oh, they are. Okay, sure, that's good for me. Ooh, Rousing Path. That's also... I mean, it's whatever, but at least I'm going to have untapped mana for the next 2 turns. I could save the Discern in order to chant the Angler onto it, but I don't think that's worth it. I'm just going to end up turn cantrip. And yeah, I guess I have to kill that immediately. I can chant onto it, but then they untap and play a 3-drop that I might not be able to deal with. Okay, that's fetching red. That's fetching more red, I guess. Yeah. I can also run Ominous Frogs right now. And it's not like they have... no, they have sideboard answers for it now. So like running out... What does running out Frog actually accomplish for me? What does the backside of this guy do? It seems really annoying. I should just get rid of it when I can. Well, while I can, probably. Yeah. I mean, that's probably a good idea. So I'll just Strangle and then chant this guy while I can. I mean, I did mill over some number of Discerns, which is useful. So worst case scenario, I can cantrip a bit if my opponent doesn't do anything super threatening. But I'm out of answers now, which is not good for me. Angler costs 3, so I can't just hardcast this thing next turn. Or I mean, cast this for 3. If my opponent taps out, I think that's actually what I'm supposed to do. Like, how did they actually deal with a 5/5 on board? Not that it actually matters that much, because I'm pretty sure they're trying to go over the top instead of just winning by beating me down. Okay, that guy looks kind of scary. Yeah, that's 2 triggers. Alright, Cordelia's Ripper. Still costs 5 mana right now. Cost of 7 minus 4. Yeah, that is 5 mana in total. I actually don't have that many plays right now. I guess I do have to just run out Angler and then... So Angler mill myself and then try to set up Cordelia's Ripper next turn. Yeah, seems like it. So I should grab Island here. And that is castable, right? 4, 7 in total? Yeah, okay. And then when it enters, I get to mill myself for 3. I guess if like they have Flutter, that's pretty bad for me. But I'm at 6 now, so Cordelia's is 3 mana. Collectors, okay, they're just going to... Sure, they're just using it as removal. I'm completely fine with that. Like, that's one of the less bad things for them to kill. Because this is just a big thing with no abilities. I can play Path of Scales next turn. Is that worth it? I mean, they are sort of tapped out, so... Maybe I just run out Path of Scales while I have the chance to, and then that lets me find stuff for next turn. Okay, and they're going to... Do they have Ancient? Actually, no. They're like... There's one land away from Ancient after they crack Primal Fissure, I think. Or no, they're two lands away from Ancient after cracking Primal Fissure. Am I fine taking here? What does this guy do? It could chump more damage later on. I'll just take for now. Oh, okay, they're going to push more damage. Okay, yeah. Next turn this thing will be chumping for like a bit more than that. Are they doing anything else with the mana? I guess they're thinking right now. Okay, on the stack, cast a spell. Sure. Teaming secret. Okay. Oh. I guess they're trying to like enable ancient at instant speed. Can they do that? This thing graveyards? Oh. Wow, this card's a lot better than I thought. I'm just like mentally comparing it to Earthly Divination from MSCM, and I'm thinking, well, this thing has like 3 different upsides over that card. But also it's like double, it's 2 colors, so I guess that makes sense. But maybe they'll let me buff Earthly Divination. Oh, does that kill? Differently named instance or sort. Oh, yes, it does kill. Cool. So that means I can Geist Blast this thing. Should I do it now or should I wait on that? How does the curve look? So I'm working with 4 mana. After I Geist Blast, I will have 7 cards in graveyard. Oh yeah, I can just Geist Blasters into Cordelia's Ripper. Or I mean, I can actually just hardcast Cordelia's Ripper and keep up Geist Blast. Is that better for me? Alternatively, I can just jam Path of Scales, which is like the really slow play. I should just get Cordelia's Ripper on board when my opponent's tapped out. And the best way to do that is there any point in leaving up 1 mana? Not really. So like I should just be keeping up Geist Blasters because there's no point in. Oh, but then that requires me to go double red. Okay, fine. I guess I'm taking 2. All right. Let's go. Just everything to face. Wait, what? Does this guy have reach? Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, should I just kill that when I have the chance to? Because like, how big is my 1, 2, 3, 4? I mean, you know, I should just kill this thing while I have the chance to. They might have something trickier in the future, and I don't want to get blown out by some sort of random instant speed, a land play or whatever. So I should just do it now. And they just pass. Okay. Oh, I mean they're probably holding Aurora in hand. That's what's happening probably. And Overrule Will is going to be very demoralizing against that. So is there any point in copying a? No, I need to keep up Overrule Will in order to counter the 5-drop that they're definitely holding in hand right now. So or actually no, it means I do have the chance to play out Frogs because I can still Overrule Will after that. If they want to counter the Frogs, I'm more than happy for that to happen because then there's spending resources dealing with not Cordelia's Ripper. They let it happen and I'll pass. Oh wait, tapping out for Frogs here means that. Well, it means that if they have if they have Unravel, no, it doesn't mean anything because either they have it or they don't, or like either they tap out for Aurora and I counter it, or they don't, and like yeah. I think that's GG. Yeah, that is GG. Cool. That went pretty well for me, but I think this is a good matchup for me because I'm able to just get under their deck. Anyways, what did they have in canned game 1? Let me check. Because they definitely... Okay, so like they had Obermere. They had 4-drops. Did they just not play out 4-drops when they... Okay, so like they do Umbral Growth Tender. Yeah, so early game is pretty normal curve, right? What? Wait, Cockroaches... okay. Maybe I need to fix that bug eventually. Stargazing, yep, turn 1 Stargazing, turn 2... They didn't have a play turn. Turn 2 Stargazing. I mean, Stargazing eats up their first and second turn plays. What did they pitch? Wait, they pitched the second copy of Stargazing. Did they do that? Yeah, you can just discard a land here, right? Or I guess they really wanted extra lands because their deck they're on Ancient, so they do need to have lots of lands. But then they pitched the second copy of Stargazing, and then it's like if they kept Stargazing in hand and pitched land instead, then they could try to scry towards the land with Stark. I guess maybe that doesn't work out. Still, I find it interesting that they pitch a land there, or pitch the Stargazing instead of a land. Or instead of, no, it's like pretty normal. Or instant, or card with splash. Wait, isn't this just Cane Dance? Oh no, it's Snapcaster for instance. It's not Cane Dancer. Okay, so what? I got the counter spell curve, I guess. Okay, and then they were keeping up Omen Mare. I thought Scour myself, and then they just passed without playing anything. Maybe they should have flashed in something this turn, or no. Okay, so Interstellar Sage has absolutely no targets. I mean, maybe you do just flash in Olimere as a 3/2, like just for tempo purposes, because it's not like you're going to be able to make use of both Olimeres this game, right? I mean, they're not that low, so maybe there wasn't as good of a reason to. But like now, okay, they tried to do stuff with Spectral Shaper, and then it gets blown up in response. I mean, like, what else? Was there anything else my opponent could have done? Like, they could have just kept up Omen still. Although Frog is flipping next turn anyways, so like they could run out Aurora into very obvious counterspell. But yeah, so then and then the game was pretty much over after that. So interesting. What else in game two? Okay, so they got a pretty normal curve. Or did they flood out? They kind of did flood out that game, didn't they? Or Team Secrets didn't actually flip the and then okay, yeah. All right. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my deck performing this well into these sorts of matchups. So, but yeah, hopefully I get just as good of luck next round.